Greeting, ladies and gentlemen, Mollusk here, and bringing you another quick Guild Ball recap. This time, Hunters are going against Brewers. For terrain, we've got two barriers, and 3 obstacles. And I have brought Jakar, Zarola, Skatha, Chaska, Egret, and Fahad. My opponent has brought Hooper, Tapper, Original Spigot, Friday, and Hemlock. I thought that was the ball for a second. And also Scum. So yeah, I kicked off with Egret. The way the Brewers are deployed is very tempting for her, and so she was out on this wing. She walks up and kicks the ball as far as she can over to the other wing. Unfortunately, Scum is still able to get the ball, which John eventually gets back to Friday. Egret flurries the main body of the Brewers and goes back to the shadows to deny the Brewers a beating target, and so Chaska goes up to help support her. We drop a trap and give Egret armor. Zarola sends Jakar right across the pitch with Midnight Offering, and I drop a trap defensively, thinking just to try to make it harder for people to get to him next turn. Annoyingly, Hemlock goes and clears all the poison, but if that's going to take her 2 influence every round, then I can live with that. The real target here is, of course, Spigot. I don't really entertain any hope that I'll get to take out Tapper or Hooper, but I think I can fairly quickly wear Spigsy down. Skatha eventually goes and snowballs Egret away over to the cover of the box. If I can tempt Tapper and Hooper out into this corner, then it should take them a bit of time to rejoin the game, and the sacrifice of Egret will be worth it. Skatha then sprints to mid-pitch and probably tries to throw a cold snap. I think it only hits Hooper. Definitely should have thrown it at this little bunch. In turn 2, I get the initiative. If I can read that post-it right, I think it won't touch the hair, or it gives me +3. So either my opponent played a 1 or he gave me the initiative, can't remember. Skatha goes and steals the ball from a defense 5-1 Friday. Did not realise she got a defense buff. Got super lucky there, it seems. Dodge out, score the goal, and then run the length towards the goal to get to its cover, as I believe it provides cover. I'd prefer to come out more back to the midfield, but those Brewers look very angry. Ball gets kicked out to Friday. I can't remember the order of activations, but basically Hemlock blinds Jakar, which is super annoying. Wasn't quite sure what to do with Egret, but in the end I walk her up, flurry a bunch of people again, and then back to the shadows round the corner of the box, out of people's line of sight, in cover, and it seems Hooper chases her around and beats her up, knocking her down. Chaska's moving away from Egret, just dropping a line of traps. Fahad looks like he's wasting activations. The Hunters are circling, basically. The Cat's gone on trap clearing duty. Friday shoots the goal, and Zarola and Jakar get the ball right back to Skatha, and Tapper wades in on the beleaguered Egret. I think Jakar went in on Spigot and then presumably got a double dodge back to the shadows. Having blind really sucked, but Spigot is definitely not healthy. We go into the next turn. One of us plays a card where we get to single out each other's players. I single out Spigot, he singles out Chaska. I don't normally talk about influence allocation, but this was really important. I did not give any influence to Zarola, and that possibly cost me the game. Basically, Chaska kidnapped Friday, generating lots of momentum through pushes, and snared her with his trap, getting her good and set up, and then she escaped and went to hide over here, out of range of Fahad, who was going to go and finish her off. Jakar went in on Hemlock, gut and strung her, pushed her out from cover. She's on something like 2 wounds left, and with 6 dice I can't hit a 4. So she lives and goes to run off and hide with the rest of the Brewers. I didn't go for Spigot because Spigot had very cunningly run away out of my range, and this is why the Zarola allocation was so important. As with Midnight Offering, I could have got 1, maybe even 2 of these guys dead, but it wasn't to be. Skatha sinks another goal, making the score 8-6, as Egret has gone down in the meantime. And Zarola moves to protect Jakar from Tapper, nobly taking the punches herself. Scum charges Zorola, and I forget about unpredictable movement. A very silly game-costing mistake. So she dies, making the score 8-all. And the Brewers have got the ball all the way up deep into my half, with their entire team between me and it. So I'm given one last chance to take this game, and I get the initiative. As a number of the Brewers players are on quite low wounds, I wonder if I can get a double kill with J-Car. I charge Spigot, kill him, but I don't have enough influence left to take out Hemlock or Friday and just back to the shadows away to safety. And so Friday goes and sinks the goal, winning the game for the Brewers, 12-8. 12-10, sorry, 12-10. What I think I should have done here was, depending on the distance to the ball, brought Egret or Zorola on at the edges. With a 6 move and an 8 sprint, Egret could have got the ball or snapped the ball from, 15 inches. Zorola could midnight offering herself and get it from 16, and then look to thread the pass through to Fahad. Bit risky, so if I miss the kick, it probably is going to end up being intercepted. But if I make it, the ball's cleared, potentially Fahad's dodging further, and even if Friday reclaims the ball, she probably won't be scoring. Now I get a bit more time to kill some players before he kills mine. And if he kills something rather than trying to recover the ball, I'll just score and win in my next activation. So yeah, really fun game, really close. I could smell victory there for a second, but some silly mistakes meant it wasn't to be. We then set up and played another game with John's Butchers facing my Skatha, and he absolutely wrecked me, just for the record. Filler is so nasty. Anyway, until the next one, take care.